The first glimpse of the Duke of Sussex's Heart of Invictus series has been released, and it could be a crucial moment for the embattled royal. Let me be clear, and I won't accept any disagreement, dispute or challenge, the Invictus Games are absolutely amazing. The military personnel, both active and retired, who have been wounded, injured or sick and who participate in the games and the games themselves are incredible, inspiring stuff, the whole thing a tribute to the power of the human spirit. Do we all agree on the same wavelength? But when it comes to the fate of the game's creator, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. Hello messy, hello prickly, hello complex. Hello and a very warm welcome to British Royal Daily Updates YouTube channel. The first trailer for Harry's 5-part docuseries about the games, Heart of Invictus, came out on Thursday, and it's time to get out the prayer beads, the lucky charm and dig out one solid gold shamrock. Because this is it. The final gamble. Harry's last chance to prevent his post-royal, post-truth career from falling off the reputation edge, irreversibly turning him from praised humanitarian to low-class celebrity status, from respected champion into washed-up territory. Has been. The Sussexes, in only 3 and a bit years, might have acquired more bathrooms than God and more people covers than the Kardashian-Jenner empire, but in the US, respect and widespread support for the Sussexes remains a rare prize. Consider the fact that it made headlines this year when their popularity ratings went back over internet positive territory, so dismal had they been post-Harry and Meghan and spare, or that according to Gallup, Prince William is the most liked public figure in the United States. The blame here lies with the Duke and Duchess, who turned digging up emotional wounds and family conflicts into a small-scale business at the expense of building a truly innovative, meaningful charity powerhouse that was their main focus. They chose to turn their every pain and bitterness into content for the masses, seemingly driven by a mix of self-righteous rage and the need to pay the bills. Meanwhile, as the Duke and Duchess fought a PR war against the firm, they wasted the peak cultural influence that made them soar in 2020. Which brings us here. With Harry and Meghan holding complex and charged positions in the US public scene, more famous for a family feud worthy of a history book than anything significant they have done themselves. Enter Heart of Invictus. This limited series is Harry's best, and only, chance to put that all behind and remind the world that before he was talking about Todgers, shattered dog bowls and his enemy, Prince William, he had actually accomplished something unquestionably great. What Heart represents is the 38-year-old's final shot to firmly reshape his image into one of a devoted and passionate humanitarian and not the perception of him as a moany, overprivileged lad who spent the last years of his grandmother's life attacking his family. And Heart might very well be the change of channel and the reset that Harry desperately needs right now. It is made by the Oscar-winning duo of director Orlando von Insiedel and producer Joanna Natasagara, and the trailer is deeply touching and stunningly filmed. If I were a gambling woman, and I sure am, then I bet there will be some kind of shiny gold prize that will be flying into Harry's hands next year. But there are two issues here. Firstly, like Spare or Harry and Meghan, is this another case of a one-time successful venture? When the Sussexes landed in the US in 2020, he had ready-made charity material, ideal for the glossy Netflix treatment. Which means he never had to go out and look for an actual idea or come up with some new subject matter himself. However, after Heart, he will have to do just that if he wants to keep making docos, but does he have the producing skills and creative flair to spot a great project? Maybe or maybe not. This is the man who had the brilliant idea of interviewing Mr. Murder Vladimir Putin and Mr. Coup Donald Trump about their childhood wounds. Next, another obstacle, the games are not only a celebration of the amazing power of the human spirit, but also of the royal influence. Think about it, if in 2013 it had been Captain Harry Wales who had wanted to launch this kind of event. Think about the bureaucracy he would have had to face, the unanswered calls, the ignored emails and the struggle for funding and commercial backing. But as Prince Harry, the fourth in line to the throne back then, he had the resources, support, staff and the access to make this happen, to turn it from a strong idea to a remarkable reality in only a year. Every single report of that time shows how hard Harry worked. But would Coldplay have written a song? Would there have been a Red Arrows display? Would then British Prime Minister David Cameron have come back from Scotland to attend? Would the opening be covered by every national UK newspaper and TV station? And would former US First Lady Michelle Obama have recorded a message if it was anyone but a member of the royal family behind this? The games are proof of what a man with a title, an ancient institution and unbeatable, unmatched clout behind him can accomplish. Here we come to today's big, juicy existential question. Now that he is no longer part of Crown Inc., now that Harry can no longer use his Her Royal Highness or have the Prime Minister answer his calls, can or will Montecito's most famous resident ever achieve something as significant and life-changing for so many people as the Games? The same applies for Meghan, who in her 20-month stint on the royal clock launched a fundraising clothing collection for SmartWorks, helped put out a charity cookbook and gave one of the best speeches in modern royal history. I am here with you as a mother, as a wife, as a woman of color, and as your sister. I am here with you, and I am here for you. This is the challenge the Duke and Duchess face in the months, years, and decades to come, and at the same time, they have to keep finding ways to bring in plenty of money. For now though, there is one person who has a huge job ahead of them, the Duchess stylist. Someone is going to need a stunning dress for next year's Golden Globes, and for the Emmys too, I think. However, earlier this month, it was reported that the Duchess now has her Instagram page set to go live after quietly preparing to make a comeback online. When the world finally gets to see her #creations, it won't just be Maya Angelou quotes and overdone photos of her smiling blissfully in the sun. What better way to show that the Sussexes have found freedom far away from the rainy shores of the UK and Princess Anne's icy disdain when forced to listen to an explanation about the benefits of Reiki? Another source has told Page 6 that when it comes to Meghan's digital return, she has been talking with several brands to work with, and is particularly eager to sign with luxury jewelers Cartier, who we're told fear any deal could upset the royal family, as she works towards the future. Please wait, Your Honor, I have more. Exhibit C. Over the weekend, a piece in The Sun, full of details about the Sussex marriage, included the claim that Meghan is said to have several projects for her new Hollywood talent agency for the end of 2023 and beginning of next year. Exhibit D. It's time to make a tear-jerking romance movie. The Sussexes are trying to earn a living by doing something other than constantly criticizing the royal family on camera. Recently, it was revealed that Netflix has reportedly paid about $4.6 million, $3 million, to acquire the rights to the bestseller Meet Me at the Lake for the Duke and Duchess to produce for the screen. And this is where Operation Meghan 2.0 might hit a snag. While the 41-year-old has some experience in Hollywood, the Sussexes' producing credentials are as strong as the Hemsworth brothers at brokering peace deals in Niger. In other words, none. The Telegraph's Camilla Tominey has dubbed their Lake project their final gamble and has reported that industry insiders have called the project a make-or-break moment for the Duke and Duchess. The Great Sussex comeback is clearly here, but will it succeed? Will it work? Will companies pay to partner with Meghan, and will women around the world click, buy and watch what she has to offer? And if it doesn't work, how much of a nightmare could this create for His Majesty? A palace insider has told the Daily Mail, if the film bombs, then they'll surely go back to slinging mud. Everyone's worried about the possibility of Meghan writing her memoir and naming the royal racist. This brings us to the real point of the matter. Because the best scenario here for Charles, with Meghan's rumored Insta return, the big projects being cooked up by her agents, and Lake, is that they are a diversion for the palace. That they take up airtime and media attention, as we the media eagerly write about Meghan's line of signature aromatherapy products. But the worst scenario? That requires a glass of brandy for Her Royal Highness to even think about.